Okay guys, I know I'm the worst. I have not uploaded in like 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. Who's counting, am I right? Apparently a lot of people. I've had a couple people really berate me for not having posted, and I apologize, but I'm back now, okay? Call off the search party. So today's video is gonna be about this little darling right here. This is my cat. She's not that big anymore, but I still think of her as being quite big. She still feels quite big, to be honest with you. Anyway, I'm gonna start the story off at the very beginning and not halfway through. Story of my cat, because she's, you know, she's hanging out with me today at my apartment because I live next door to my parents. Sometimes I can borrow the cat. Perks of living next door. When I was in about grade 3, my parents and I were in conflict about getting an animal because I always wanted an animal. My mom kind of wanted an animal, and my dad, he did want an animal, but he just was, you know, we were all kind of as a family, except for me, and my parents were kind of like, we don't really have the time to take care of an animal at this point, and it's a lot of work, a lot of expenses, and we just don't have the time for it, so not yet, right? Grade 3 me has no logic, is just a little bit offended that we're not getting an animal. So anyway, this cat starts coming to our door. So she comes to our yard, she comes to our front porch, and she meows louder than anything you've ever heard in your life. Not true, but you know, she meows pretty loudly. Grade 3 me begs, please can we let her just, you know, come in the house? My parents kind of were like, yeah, sure, whatever. So she comes in the house, and then she goes back out again, and then she starts kind of coming more and more. We feed her sometimes. We just called her Kitty, right? Because I wanted to name her something, but my parents said no, because this is somebody else's cat, not our cat. So what we did was we started suspecting this cat is quite hungry, seems to not really go anywhere else except our house. So we put a collar on her that said, if this is your cat, please call our number. We put that collar on her for about 2 weeks and nobody called us. So what were we to do at that point except assume that she was a stray? So at this point we had called her Kitty for probably 2 months, and so we adopted her into our family, and I tried to name her Isabella, but as I'd been calling her Kitty for 2 months, didn't work out that well. So that's why her name is Kitty, for all of you who didn't know that story. I might not have even introduced my cat in the beginning. That would be pretty funny. Probably didn't. I probably forgot to do that. Her name is Kitty. That's why. So this little scrap of a cat grew and grew until she was 20 pounds. Correction, she got to be, I think it was 22 pounds was the highest that she ever was. And we tried so hard to make sure that she didn't eat so much. Like, we would give her the smallest amount of food possible to keep her from, like, without her dying and without starving her, to like keep her healthy, and she just she didn't lose the weight ever. And so you can kind of see that she's lost some of the weight, I guess. So she's down, actually. She lost 7 pounds in a year, which is pretty substantial. That's like half her body weight almost. And that was because she became an indoor cat. The reason she became an indoor cat is because we had an awesome neighbor. I'm not gonna use his name, I'm gonna call him David. So if your name is David, this is actually not about you, because that's a name I just made up. So David lived next door, and David was awesome. David liked to feed the cats. My mom was outside one day apparently, and she heard the neighbor asking David, please don't feed our cat anymore. And so my mom kind of clued in all of a sudden, oh, David's feeding the cat. So our cat comes in and has our little healthy diet, and then she goes out and like pigs out on David's fancy food. We made her an indoor cat, and like almost immediately she dropped those 7 pounds. It was pretty good, actually. And now she stays at the same weight. She's not dropping still. Don't worry, we're not starving her. She's fine. But yeah, that's the story of my cat, I guess. I don't know if I have anything else about her. I feel like this is a really short video, but that's okay. So this was my comeback, I guess. And I'm glad that you all stuck around, watched this video, even though it's 4 weeks late. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have had a happy new year so far. All right, this is Sarah is Singing, signing out.